In the next 3 days. Something hidden, something you were never supposed to see, something that has been carefully kept away from your eyes, will be revealed to you, and when it happens, it will shake you, it will open your eyes, and it will make you realize that everything you thought was normal was actually a carefully constructed illusion designed to keep you in the dark. Right now, you may feel like everything is ordinary, like life is just moving at its usual pace, like nothing extraordinary is about to happen. But what you don't realize is that behind the scenes, things are shifting, people are being exposed, energies are aligning, and truth, the kind of truth that cannot be hidden anymore, is making its way directly toward you. There are conversations happening that you are not part of, there are secrets being carried by people you trust, there are intentions hidden behind smiles, and there are actions being taken in silence. But none of it will remain hidden for long, because the moment of revelation is closer than you think, and once it arrives, nothing will ever feel the same again. You've probably had a strange feeling lately, something you couldn't explain, a quiet voice inside telling you that something isn't right, that something is off, that there's more to the situation than what meets the eye, and that feeling is not random, it is not your imagination, it is your awareness trying to prepare you for what is coming. Because when truth begins to rise, it doesn't ask for permission, it doesn't knock gently, it breaks through barriers, it removes masks, and it forces everything hidden into the light, and in the next 3 days, that is exactly what is going to happen in your life. Someone around you has been pretending, someone has been hiding their real intentions, someone has been acting in a way that is not aligned with what they show you, and while you may not have clear proof yet, your spirit has already sensed it, your intuition has already picked it up, and now the universe is preparing to give you the confirmation you've been waiting for. This revelation may come in a way you least expect, it might be through a conversation you accidentally hear, it might be through a message you were never meant to see, it might be through someone else speaking the truth without realizing it, or it might come directly from the person themselves when they can no longer hold it in, but however it happens, it will be undeniable. And when it happens, your first reaction might be shock, it might be disbelief, it might even be pain, because sometimes the truth hurts, especially when it involves people we trusted, people we believed in, people we never thought would act in a certain way, but understand this. The pain is not there to destroy you, it is there to free you. Because what is hidden cannot stay hidden forever, and what is revealed is not meant to break you, it is meant to protect you, to guide you, and to open your eyes so you can move forward with clarity instead of confusion. For a long time, you may have been questioning yourself, doubting your instincts, wondering if you were overthinking, wondering if you were imagining things, but in the next 3 days, you will realize that you were not wrong, you were not overthinking, you were simply ahead of the truth. And that realization will change everything. It will change how you see certain people, it will change how you understand past situations, it will connect dots that never made sense before, and suddenly, everything will become clear, like a puzzle finally coming together after being scattered for so long. There is a reason why this revelation is happening now and not before, because you were not ready before, you needed time to grow, you needed time to become stronger, you needed time to detach emotionally so that when the truth comes out, you can handle it without losing yourself. Timing is everything, and the timing of this revelation is not random, it is perfectly aligned with your growth, your awareness, and your ability to finally see things for what they truly are. You are being protected in ways you cannot see, you are being guided even when you feel lost, and this upcoming truth is part of that protection, because once you know the truth, you can no longer be manipulated, you can no longer be misled, and you can no longer be kept in the dark. There are people who hoped you would never find out, there are people who believed they could continue their actions without consequences, there are people who underestimated your awareness, but what they don't realize is that truth has its own timing, and when it decides to reveal itself, nothing can stop it. The next 3 days will not just be ordinary days, they will be days of awakening, days of realization, days where the hidden becomes visible and the unclear becomes undeniable. Pay attention to everything during this time, pay attention to small details, to words people say, to actions that don't match their words, to sudden changes in behavior, because the truth often reveals itself in subtle ways before it becomes fully clear. Trust your instincts more than ever, because your intuition will guide you toward the truth even before it fully appears. It will give you signals, it will give you feelings, it will show you what your eyes might not immediately notice. And when the moment of revelation finally arrives, don't ignore it, don't try to convince yourself otherwise, don't go back to doubting what you clearly see, because clarity is a gift, and once you receive it, you must honor it. This is not the end of something. This is the beginning of something better. Because sometimes, things need to fall apart so that the truth can come out, and once the truth is out, the right path becomes clear, the right people become visible, and the wrong ones naturally fade away. You are not losing anything in this process, you are gaining awareness, you are gaining clarity, and you are gaining the power to move forward without illusions holding you back. So as these next 3 days unfold, stay aware, stay grounded, and stay open to what is being revealed, because what you are about to discover will not just change your perspective. It will change your entire direction. And once you see it, you won't be able to unsee it the moment you begin to see the truth. Something inside you will shift, not loudly, not dramatically at first, but quietly, deeply, like something finally clicking into place after being out of alignment for so long, and you will start to notice that the way you once felt about certain people, certain situations, and even certain decisions will no longer feel the same, because truth has a way of changing everything without asking for permission. At first, you might try to ignore it, you might try to hold on to the version of reality that once felt comfortable, because familiarity feels safe even when it's built on illusion, but deep down, you will know that something has changed, something has been exposed, and there is no going back to the way things were before. You will replay moments in your mind, conversations that once seemed normal will now feel different, words that once sounded genuine will now reveal hidden meanings, and actions that once went unnoticed will suddenly stand out with clarity, and in that process, you will begin to understand that the truth was always there. You just didn't have all the pieces until now. This is where many people struggle, because seeing the truth requires courage, it requires you to accept what is real instead of what is comfortable, and it requires you to let go of illusions that once gave you a sense of stability, but understand this. Holding on to something false will always cost you more than letting it go. There will be a moment where you feel a mix of emotions, confusion, anger, disappointment, maybe even a sense of betrayal, and that is completely natural, because when something hidden is revealed, it often comes with emotions that were buried along with it, but don't let those emotions control you, let them guide you. Because every emotion you feel in this moment is showing you something important, it is showing you what matters to you, what you value, what you deserve, and what you are no longer willing to tolerate, and that awareness is powerful, because it marks the beginning of your transformation. You are no longer the same person who didn't know, you are no longer the same person who questioned their instincts, you are now someone who has seen the truth, and with that comes a new level of awareness that cannot be taken away from you. There will also be silence, not just around you, but within you, a kind of silence that comes after realization, where you don't feel the need to react immediately, where you don't feel the need to explain yourself, where you simply observe, understand, and begin to detach from what no longer aligns with you. This silence is not weakness, it is strength, because not every truth needs an immediate reaction. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is step back, process what you've seen, and decide your next move with clarity instead of emotion. And as you begin to process everything, you will notice patterns that were always there but never fully visible, patterns in how certain people behave, patterns in how situations unfold, patterns in how you were treated, and once you see those patterns, you will never be able to ignore them again. This is where your power begins to return to you. Because for a long time, you may have given your energy, your trust, your time to people or situations that did not truly deserve it, not because you were weak, but because you did not have all the information, but now you do, and that changes everything. Now you can make decisions based on truth instead of assumptions, now you can set boundaries based on clarity instead of confusion, and now you can move forward with confidence instead of doubt. There may be people who will try to explain themselves when the truth starts coming out, people who will try to justify their actions, who will try to twist the narrative, who will try to make you question what you clearly see, but this time, you won't fall for it. Because once you have seen the truth, manipulation loses its power over you. You will start to notice the difference between words and actions more clearly than ever before, you will see who is consistent and who is not, who is genuine and who is pretending, and that awareness will naturally guide you toward the right decisions without you having to force anything. And here is something important you need to understand. Not everyone who is revealed will be meant to stay in your life. Some people are only meant to be understood, not held on to. Some truths are not meant to fix a situation, they are meant to end it. And while that may feel difficult at first, it is also freeing, because every person or situation that leaves your life after being revealed is creating space for something better, something real, something aligned with who you are becoming. You are not being left with emptiness, you are being given space, and what you choose to fill that space with will define your next chapter. There will also be a shift in how you see yourself, because when you realize that your instincts were right, that your feelings were valid, that your awareness was trying to guide you all along, your confidence will begin to grow in a way that feels natural and unshakable. You will stop second-guessing yourself as much, you will stop looking for validation from others, and you will begin to trust your own perception of reality more than ever before. And that is one of the greatest transformations a person can go through. Because once you trust yourself, truly trust yourself, you become unstoppable in a quiet, powerful way. You no longer need to chase clarity, because clarity comes to you. You no longer need to force answers, because answers reveal themselves. And you no longer need to hold on to things that don't feel right, because you have the strength to walk away without needing permission. As these 3 days continue to unfold, you may also notice that certain things start falling into place naturally, opportunities, ideas, realizations, all aligning in a way that feels almost too perfect to be coincidence, but it's not coincidence, it's what happens when truth clears the path. Because when illusions are removed, your path becomes visible, and once your path is visible, moving forward becomes easier, decisions become clearer, and your direction becomes undeniable. This is your moment of awakening, not in a loud, dramatic sense, but in a deep, undeniable way that changes how you see everything moving forward. You are stepping into a version of yourself that is more aware, more aligned, and more connected to truth than ever before, and while that journey may come with challenges, it also comes with a level of clarity and peace that cannot be replaced by anything false. So don't fear what is being revealed, don't resist what is coming to light, and don't try to hold on to what is clearly being shown to you for what it truly is. Because this is not happening to hurt you. It is happening to free you. And as you continue through these next moments, just remember this. The truth may arrive quietly, but its impact will echo through every part of your life, guiding you towards something real, something honest, and something that was always meant for you. As the third phase of this revelation unfolds, you will begin to notice something even deeper happening within you, something beyond just seeing the truth, something beyond just understanding what was hidden. You will begin to feel a separation, a quiet but powerful detachment from everything that once confused you, drained you, or kept you questioning your own worth, and this detachment will not come from anger. It will not come from ego, it will come from clarity. Because once clarity enters your life, attachment to illusions naturally begins to fade. You will start to see people for who they truly are without trying to change them, without trying to justify their behavior, without trying to give them endless chances hoping they will become someone different, and this is where your strength truly reveals itself, not in how much you can tolerate, but in how clearly you can see. There will be moments where you look back and realize how much you overlooked, how many signs you ignored, how many times your intuition tried to warn you but you chose to give the benefit of the doubt instead, and instead of blaming yourself, you will begin to understand that every moment, every experience, every confusion was part of preparing you for this exact level of awareness. Because you had to go through it to recognize it. And now that you recognize it, you cannot go back. There will also be a shift in your energy that others will notice, even if you don't say a single word about what you've discovered, even if you choose to remain silent, even if you decide to walk away quietly, people will feel the difference in you. They will sense that something has changed, that you are no longer as easily influenced, that you are no longer as available to things that do not align with your truth. And this shift will make some people uncomfortable. Not because you did anything wrong, but because your awareness removes the space where their illusions once existed. Some may try to pull you back into old patterns, some may try to act as if nothing has changed, some may even try to test whether you will still tolerate what you once tolerated, but this time, your response will be different. This time, you won't need to argue. You won't need to explain. You won't need to prove anything. Your distance will say everything your words don't. And that distance will not be an act of punishment toward others, it will be an act of respect toward yourself. Because you are finally choosing peace over confusion. You are finally choosing truth over comfort. You are finally choosing yourself over situations that were never truly meant for you. There is a quiet power in walking away without chaos, in choosing silence over reaction, in letting go without needing closure from those who were never capable of giving it, and that is the level you are stepping into. You will also begin to notice that your focus starts to shift naturally. Things that once consumed your mind will no longer feel as important. Questions that once kept you up at night will lose their weight, and in their place, a new sense of direction will begin to form. This is not accidental. When truth removes distractions, it creates space for purpose. And in this space, you will start to see what truly matters, what truly aligns with your path, what truly deserves your energy moving forward. You may feel a strong urge to change certain things in your life, your environment, your routine, the people you spend time with, the way you invest your energy, and that urge is not random, it is a response to the clarity you have gained. Because once you see clearly, you naturally want your life to reflect that clarity. There will also be a moment where you feel an unexpected sense of peace, not because everything is perfect, not because everything has been resolved, but because you are no longer fighting with the truth, you are no longer resisting what is being shown to you, you are accepting it, understanding it, and allowing it to guide you. And that peace is something no illusion could ever give you. Because illusions require effort to maintain, they require you to ignore your instincts, to suppress your doubts, to convince yourself of something that doesn't fully feel right, but truth. Truth requires nothing but acceptance. And once you accept it, everything becomes lighter. You will start to trust your journey more, even if you don't have all the answers yet, even if you don't know exactly what comes next, because you now understand that not knowing is better than believing in something false. And that understanding will give you a sense of stability that is rooted in reality, not in illusion. As these final moments of the 3-day shift come to completion, you will realize that what felt like a sudden revelation was actually something that had been building for a long time, something that had been slowly making its way toward the surface, waiting for the right moment to be fully seen. And now that moment has arrived. Nothing is hidden anymore. Nothing is unclear anymore. Nothing is confusing in the way it once was. You see it. You understand it. And most importantly, you accept it. There is a version of you that existed before this revelation, a version of you that questioned, that doubted, that tried to make sense of things that didn't fully add up, and then there is the version of you that exists now, the one who sees clearly, who trusts deeply, and who moves forward without needing to look back for validation. That old version of you is no longer in control. This new version of you is. And this new version is not afraid of truth. This new version does not run from clarity. This new version does not settle for confusion. You have stepped into a higher level of awareness, and with that awareness comes responsibility, the responsibility to honor what you now know, to act in alignment with what you have seen, and to never again ignore the voice within you that guided you here. Because that voice is your greatest protection. Moving forward, things will not feel the same, and that is a good thing. You will not connect with the same things. You will not tolerate the same behavior. You will not chase the same validations. And you will not lose yourself trying to hold on to something that is clearly not meant for you. Instead, you will move differently. You will think differently. You will choose differently. And those differences will shape a life that is built on truth, not illusion. So as this chapter closes and a new one begins, remember this. What was revealed to you was not meant to break your heart, it was meant to open your eyes, to realign your path, and to bring you closer to the life that truly belongs to you. And now that you see it, there is no going back.